This is an example as to how cold it is here. Watch my hand. I'm visibly emitting heat from my hand. I am a firebender!
My name is Eric Randall. I'm a meteorologist and I've just spent a year in Antarctica.
What actually goes into, planning a trip? I remember you mentioned something of going to Robert's Colin.
Okay, so we're at the top of Robert's Colin. And these guys have just left to march to go find their birds on that rock over there. So it goes further back that side and then they look for nests and whatnot.
Robert's Colin is a little mountain located about 15 to 20 kilometers away from the base. And although that's not really far from what we know here in South Africa, it makes a massive difference with regards to the weather and how things can change so rapidly. And being so far away from the base, it can be quite unsafe. You don't want to get caught up in the storm, that far away. So a lot of things need to take place. Firstly, permits and permission from the DCO.
We got the radio room. Very important stuff up here. The man, the myth and the legend, Sharon, DCO.
Then we need to get to the safety. Okay, so what's the weather going to be like in the next few days? Again, the trouble with this is we're very fast in terms of data. The data is not very close together. So 20 kilometers away, you actually have no idea what's going to happen. You're just trying to base it off of the information that you have for the base. And so it makes it difficult and a bit tricky. But again, fortunately, there was no severe weather coming in to Sana at the time. It is summer, so that weather generally is better. But yeah, we managed to get a big break, about a week-long break in the weather. And yeah, no clouds, no hectic wind, and it was just stunning. A major factor into going to places like that as well was checking to make sure that all the vehicles that we're going to use to go to these locations were all fully functional, weren't going to stop there, stop working in the middle of nowhere, and then, being stranded for who knows how long. And having experienced the storm in the beginning of the year, I didn't want to take that chance. So yeah, just making sure that everything's going to run smoothly. Storage for potential storms as well. So if everyone does get stuck, we can all just move into a caboose, for example. So a Challenger vehicle will be carrying a caboose on a sledge behind it. And, there were only 12, 13 of us that went on this trip. So one caboose could easily fit that amount of people in for safety reasons. And then, of course, making sure that there's enough food to last, just a redundant amount of food, because you don't want to get, again, all about being stranded. So you want to avoid that as much as you possibly can. And yeah, we took the necessary precautions and managed to have a very cool trip. We went on snowmobiles 20 kilometers away from the base. And I was saying to the other guys that were on the trip with us, it was definitely one of the best things I've ever done in my life. I mean, it was certainly adventurous and we all had a lot of fun. That wasn't the purpose of going, but that was a byproduct of going on this trip. So the birders that went on were looking for some samples and some geo information about where certain birds lay eggs, where they nest, where they fly to, how long they fly for, and how far they fly away from their nests and home. So that was kind of the reason we went. And I was just providing a helping hand.
Well, that's really a once-in-a-lifetime experience. And what was it like coming back?
Yeah, so I think everyone on the base, my team members specifically, can attest to my excitement. I think we were all generally excited, but I was stoked.
Excuse me, pardon me. You've brought me the wrong offspring. I ordered an extra large boy with beefy arms, extra guts and glory on the side. But this is a talking fish bone.
I'll check you tomorrow, eh?
We're going home!
I was elated about the fact that the ship was coming soon. So yeah, my happiness extended all throughout the month of September, October, November, and in December when they arrived.
All the things I love, where they come and go, but what I need, it never knows. It's the chase of time, it's the fear I'll fail, it's never knowing who I am. It's where I'll go, it's what I'll see, it's what it takes to chase that dream. It's the peace of mind, it's the fuel to the fire, it's the end of the world of my desires.
So Eric, would you ever consider going back?
Are we done?
We're done.
Cool.
I think that's good.
Yeah,
I
that
like it that you actually
Who you are, it's what you need without